Okay, so it is Tuesday right now when we are recording this. Are you gonna do this on Tuesday, or you want to play some CS:GO? So you might want to do this.
This is going to be uploaded Tuesday, probably around midnight. So it's still going to be Tuesday.
Okay, it
We're
will
filming
be
this on a Tuesday.
We're filming this Tuesday, so we said Tuesday, Thursday. It's gonna at least be filmed on a Tuesday, Thursday. And Chad, what do you want to talk about this week?
Alright, so first I want to talk about some follow-up from our last video, then TJ is going to go into a hacking thing. I want to talk about the Apple Watch since I talked about that last week and how expensive it was. So because it was so expensive, I don't know if you guys have heard of the Pebble Time. It's kind of like the iWatch, a lot cheaper. Yeah, so anyway, it basically, because the iWatch is so expensive, it's helping other companies do well because it's so expensive. Alright, that's all for that.
Like, is that like third party? Like, is it the same like capabilities as the iWatch except it doesn't have the Apple name to it?
Not.
Or is this like your stereotypical third party thing?
No. Pebble is a very successful watch company. It looks, as you can see on the screen, it looks like an iWatch.
I'll see that screen later.
Yeah, you will. Anyway, looks like an iWatch, has most of the same functionality except for the Apple branding and like the little draw like a heart and it goes to the other watch person type thing. But
that's freaking like PictoChat on the DS but on your wrist.
It's useless, TJ. That's why we have emojis.
I like it.
Alright. TJ is going to talk about some hacking.
TJ. Okay, Chad, I want to talk to you about hacking.
Alright.
Well, listening. Have you ever been hacked, Chad?
No, I've hacked.
Okay.
I went to a competition for it.
That's pretty hack. Okay, but this whole hacking fiasco, which I've heard about hacking major companies nonstop since the first time Sony got hacked back in 09?
08 or 09.
08 or 09?
Yeah.
And I got Infamous for free from that, so I wish they would get hacked on PSN again because that was awesome. But then they got hacked again. Interview that became popular because of that. But lately, other companies like Target, there was some other company. I have this pulled up. I've got this pulled up. It's
the healthcare.
Camara Blue Cross was hacked. 11 million people affected by that. I was not hacked, thankfully, but my insurance company was hacked, and they sent me a letter informing me I wasn't hacked. So I was happy about that. Chad didn't know about this. I'm telling him on the spot right now.
Oh.
And Chad, what do you feel about all this hacking business, and how do you think we can stop it, or if we should stop it?
It's very, very hard to stop. It's almost impossible to stop, especially because, like, us, TJ, I would consider us extremely, like, technologically fluent. Like, we don't...
You are.
No, even you. You probably don't put your password as, like, capital P password 1.
No.
See, that's most people. Well, at least that's what hackers are able to easily target. So it makes it very, very easy for hackers to get that. It does take a lot of time though, and I would say you're most likely easily traceable unless which they do. They cover their steps very well. So.
Well, I don't really know any of this lingo, and you probably know this a lot more than me. Something about like encryptions and like. There's like different layers of encryption.
Yeah, HTTP is one of them, and it's what it does is it basically sends. I think the one that came out last year was called Heartbleed. It's where the web server would send something to your computer, and your computer would respond, basically like sharing passcodes, saying, okay, this is actually who I'm talking to. And what Heartbleed did is it kind of went in between that, intercepted the message, and sent back saying, hey, I'm the computer. Send me all your private information. So that affected a lot of people, a lot of major websites, and a lot of people's stuff got hacked.
Oh, that's kind of terrible.
Yeah, it was terrible.
So, like, really, is the only thing we could do is just encrypt stuff more and more, and, like, is that pretty much it?
Longer and harder passcodes. I know in programming, I think we tried to do like a password cracker for like a Java program, and as it's basically the longer your password is and the more symbols and things that you incorporate, it becomes exponentially harder and harder and harder to crack. So like if you have like any one of the top row from like 1 to like the equal sign, anything, even if it's like a shift, like an alt sign or something, that makes it almost impossible for your passcode to get cracked. But it's still possible.
Is there any way, I don't know too much about this, but is there any way to like I'm pretty sure there's a way to track down these hackers, right? Even if they're like using, I don't know, like a different web server or whatever, like they're saying they're in a different country when they're
So
actually here.
what I'm not sure. Like for I've done like local area networking hacking, like LAN hacking. I went to a tournament. It was called Ghost Red, I think it was, and we just hacked into like a web page and got stuff from a Wi-Fi receiver. But like at school, if you use like a proxy, it doesn't show what computer. It shows like, oh, something from like Australia is accessing our network, but you don't know who is doing it. So there's a lot of anonymity. Yeah, I think that's how you say it. Anyway,
Not anomalies?
anonymy. Like you're
Okay,
anonymous, anonymously.
oh,
Yeah,
okay, I got you.
anonymously. Anyway, it makes it very, very hard to track. I'm not sure how they track it with the ISP stuff, but I'd say it's very hard.
Okay, so guess that's gonna be it for today. This is a pretty good conversation we had. Thank you
Yeah.
for that, Chad.
hmm
So you want me to say the thing?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I'll say the thing. Have a good night, everybody. It's been the Soundmaniac. Have a good life.